to the Hive Community Leaders First Meetup. I hope everyone's doing okay. My name's Starkers, at Starkers on the Hive blockchain. And we're doing this with, they call me Dan. I don't know if Dan, you want to come in and say hello?
Yo, happy to be here. Hope everyone's doing all right.
All good from my end. Managed to avoid this flu so far by the looks of it, so that's all good. So we are doing this in conjunction with 3Speak, which is a project that Dan and I run, and also State of the Dapps is sponsoring this initiative. We are looking for other sponsors as well, so if other people know people who want to either delegate or take part in this that can back it with some Hive votes or some other sort of form of sponsorship, then I think it benefits everyone. So let's see if we can grow it in that way. But I'll just quickly run through what we think this is, a bit of an agenda, and then we'll kick it off. So the idea for this call is to go through the Hive Community Leaders Program's goals. Dan and I will talk a bit about what we think the goals are for this. We also want to talk about responsibilities for you guys. So, any questions on how you carry those responsibilities out, especially for the Hive Community Leaders that have been selected so far. We'd like also to go around a few of the Hive Community Leaders and let them quickly, for 2 or 3 minutes, introduce themselves, just say hi, say who they are, what the backgrounds are. We want to register leaders, location, community. So we'd like you guys to tell us what communities you're involved in, where you are. Community leaders' privileges. So we want to talk about what we think, what Dan and I are going to make sure we provide as privileges to Hive Community Leaders for taking part in the program. We want to talk about how to market Hive, and make the point that Hive is not just about posting to earn rewards. We want to take a look at the criteria and schedule dates for curating blogs. So one of just a quick question is, someone's got their speaker on. Can you guys, anyone know who that is? Is it Web Deals? Web Deals, can you just mute yourself for a sec?
Oh, sorry about it.
No problem. We want to talk about the dates that people will get the ability to upvote. So what the idea is that we'll be able to take a look at you guys submitting posts to us once a month or maybe twice a month, something like that. And then we'll give that 100% upvote if you guys think it's really, really good. So we'll have a kind of curation system going there. We're also looking at an upvote list, which we'll go into in a bit more detail, and then also criteria for tweeting, how we carry out these tweeting campaigns. So there's a few things to go through, but hopefully if we get through them and people get their questions answered, then we can start off with a real good start to this campaign. So I guess we start off with the Hive Community Leaders Program goals. And Dan, if you want to, we talked about this probably 2 or 3 months ago. We finally got it to this place now, and you had some great ideas initially. So if you want to just run through what you think those ideas are, where you think you see it going, and what you think people do, then it'd be much appreciated.
Yeah, I'll go through my vision. If I leave anything out, you can pick at it. The main goal here I see is I want worldwide communities for Hive. I think building immutable digital communities that bond with real life communities, like physical communities, is a very powerful thing. And obviously, we have a lot of stake. We have people who are delegating to the initiative, and we want to make sure that, different languages, different areas can be curated for great content. Curation obviously helps with onboarding. So if you can become a community leader, you have, you're backed by curation. You can then go out and onboard new users who are creative. They're making great posts, and we're making sure that's not being overlooked. Incentivizing people for making physical meetups. We really want to evolve this thing into making these communities as interconnected as possible and have sort of a weekly or monthly contest, things of this sort. So that's sort of the vision I see for it. What about you, Starks?
Yeah, exactly something along those lines. There's the way I see this is there's an opportunity. There's a lot of momentum behind the Hive community, and I think we should try to harness that. There's other groups that are also harnessing that as well, and trying to market Hive and push the Hive name out there in a coordinated way. I'd like to see us coordinate with those groups as well. So one that comes to my mind initially is Stella Bell. She's doing marketing. There's a Discord for that. I think that's a great initiative, and I'm sure that we'll be able to kind of coordinate ideas and initiatives with them and kind of increase our reach and power, you know, partnering with those guys. And I'm sure there's lots of other rooms that people know that are very, very active in marketing scene. Blasphemy, Marketing Hive. Giving 3Speak a witness for this. Great. Oh, thank you very much for listening, Phil. I appreciate that. So, yeah, like Dan says, if we can organise this into communities that you guys are running, Dan and I kind of want to stand back a little bit and just kind of advise where we think initiatives could move or propose some initiative ideas. And then if you guys want to go do them, you can go voluntarily do them. But the idea is that we have the Hive community leaders, and then they coordinate the initiatives via their communities that they're running or that they're involved in. And those communities then go do those actions, and we can really get a big reach in a coordinated way on places like Twitter and various other social media, and hopefully also in the real world. I know Dan mentioned, some real world events that we can put together in some way. So we're definitely looking to do that as well.
Yeah, let me jump in before I forget. Speaking of initiatives, that's one of the things, if you notice, I like to run, a weekly or bi-weekly initiative. And that sort of spilled over to different communities of different languages, which will run sort of a similar initiative in their language, and they'll curate it. I want to make it to where, moving forward, give everyone sort of a free flow feel. Maybe you think of a better initiative that would ring better with your community that I might not be aware of. You could bring those ideas to us, and then we can culminate weekly or bi-weekly initiatives where, we're giving people a way who may be new to Hive or maybe underappreciated. It gives them a way to create content in a way where they can be eligible for rewards, and it grows the community simultaneously.
Yeah, definitely. I really appreciate that idea as well, Dan, where you've got people able to kind of customize an initiative slightly, because we don't know everything. We don't know what's going on around the world. You guys are in the local communities. You guys will know a lot better than we will know what will take it better. And so, yeah, please feel free to kind of customize them slightly. Let us know what you're doing. Give us some feedback so we know what you're doing as well. And we'll have this kind of two-way feedback where you guys can tell us, hey, this isn't going to work in this area, but if you do it this way, it could work. And, we'll certainly be open to those ideas.
Yeah, and if something's happening in your area that needs more attention, citizen journalists, all of that type of stuff. So, initiatives aren't just about raising awareness for Hive. They could be about raising awareness in an area that needs awareness, and Hive can help through its instant transfers, curation, all of these things. It's easy to fundraise on Hive, all of these sorts of things.
Yeah, and there's a bit more detail in our first blog, which I'll post in here. I think you've probably all read it, but so that's kind of our goals, and also responsibilities of Hive community leaders, which is what we want to talk about next. So the responsibilities of the community leaders. I mean, there's a few points written in the first blog there, but really, please just be upstanding members of Hive. Don't be a dick. Don't get involved in too many crazy, stupid stories if you can help it. Try and be an upstanding member that focuses on positivity, focuses on moving things forwards, and linking people together and creating communities on Hive. That's going to be the main strength of Hive going forward, in our view. So yeah, please participate in the Twitter campaigns that we put together. Like Dan said, he often puts together like a weekly, let's say a competition. We'll probably run more of those through the Hive community leaders system. So just keep an eye out for those, and we'll keep well informed in the room. We'll post the initiatives in the room, so you guys know what to do when you get them. And if you don't, please ask us the questions via this channel. What else we got? Assist to identify and curate content. So the idea is that each Hive community leader, I think we've chosen like 11 people so far. We're going to expand that. So we are looking for other people. But the initial 11 we're kind of starting out with now. And the idea is that they'll once a month be able to submit a blog to us that they think is worthy of a full upvote. So the idea is, everyone's kind of competing within the communities to get that kind of prize once a month. And that's the way we'll run it at the moment. If it works, we'll keep it that way. If it's not working that well, we'll change it a little bit. Set up meetups in your local cities, in your local countries. I know a lot of you are involved a lot as it is already, but please do get involved in local meetups. Please make your faces known. Please, try and if you're not running the meetups, try and go to them. And be a kind of outstanding member that people know that you're part of Hive community leaders. You're backed by the stake of State of the Dapps and 3Speak. Get names out there, build a community of Hive. There's lots of chance to distribute rewards to people through that, and you'll personally be able to do that as a Hive community leader.
Yeah, and document those meetups. Take pictures, video, post the stuff to Hive, earn extra rewards, but it also makes it feel more real. You can really draw people in if they're actually seeing how much fun you're having, and they may be in your local area. So
yeah, definitely. So the next point was to attend manager coordination meetings within the group. So that's these. Please make sure you attend these regularly. I don't know whether we'll do them weekly or once every fortnight, but something like that. We'll put them together. We'll just kind of update people, answer questions, make sure there's a lot of communication between the communities, coordinate things, come up with ideas to do new initiatives, because even though Dan's initiatives are amazing, you guys might have much better ideas and be a lot more specialised in how we can really hone focus the community of Hive to achieve maximum results in places like Twitter and other places. So yeah, we can come up with ideas to build new campaigns, all that type of stuff. Coordinate social media campaigns with the help in marketing Hive to the masses. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Actively get involved with Twitter Magnus campaigns in the 3Speak Discord. Show their capability to set up Hive meetings in their country. Demonstrate ability to identify high quality content. Demonstrate ability to coordinate their followers. Find and curate the best blog from your community once a week. Do once a week, and then we'll distribute upvotes. But we'll talk about that in a bit more detail shortly. Is there anything else to add on responsibilities that people need to follow on?
yeah, those are basically all the points. Just want to reiterate, what I really see in a community leader, and the reason Twitter is important, because Twitter is where you can say the masses are, right? All the countries in the world, a lot of people are on Twitter. So, if someone sees Hive on Twitter, they go to maybe a community leader's Twitter page. They click on it. Maybe they're directed to a community that's very welcoming, that has a pinned message saying, hey, welcome to Hive. Here's how you do this, that, get set up. You can reach out to these people if you need help. And that way, a new Hive, when you onboard a new user, they don't feel lost. They actually feel like, oh, wow, I found a like-minded community, and I can join physical communities and all of this great stuff. So we want, to be a magnet for new users and show them the way, in a sense. Be like a mentor.
Awesome. So, next item, let's just take a look. I do want to bring some of the Hive community leaders in, but before we do that, let me think about this. So let's talk a bit more about submitting this blog. So what we'll do is, after this meeting, we'll get everyone's names listed together, and we'll give you a date, or a day of the month, should I say, so it'll be a number from 1 to 30. And on that date of the month, you will be allowed as a Hive community leader to submit a blog from your community that you think is really high quality. But not just like a blog about something. We'd like to see it to be about marketing Hive, marketing Hive into the wider, bringing new people in, bringing new ideas in, bringing new communities in. So any work people are doing towards expanding the size of your community, please submit those blogs on the day that you're assigned, and then we'll take a look at them. And 9 times out of 10, we'll trust that you've done a good job, and that you're actually assigning these votes to real, original, genuine content. And we'll give the upvotes out. We'll take a quick look. Obviously, we don't just want to trust you blindly. We want to make sure that the blogs you submit are high quality and the work that's being done is high quality. But certainly the idea for us is that we want you guys to be the eyes looking across these hundreds and hundreds of people who are going to be involved in your communities. And the privilege that you've got is because you're a Hive community leader, you're able to then say to these people, look, if you submit these blogs to me, I'll take a look at them. You'll find the best one out of all of them. Once a month, maybe twice a month, we'll see how we go. Submit it to this room, and Dan, myself, or State of the Dapps will give it a full upvote. So yeah, is there anything else to say on that, Dan?
Yeah, that's. You pretty much summed that up well. And obviously, when you're chosen for curation for initiatives, you're going to be able to give out smaller votes in different quantities. But we wanted to do something special like this just to recognize people who are doing a lot of work and sort of ensure that it's just like an extra buffer. If they got missed during the initiatives, this or that, or maybe they did some work outside of the initiative of the current initiative, so it's not attached to that, and it still should be outstanding and rewarded. So, but yeah, you covered everything.
Cool. And just a quick word about how Hive should be marketed, right? I think one of the most obvious thing that people try to sell Hive as is post your content and get rewards, right? But we actually think I personally think that's a bit stifling for Hive. It's given it a little bit of a bad rep, and people come expecting rewards, but when they don't get rewarded or they lose their rewards because of downvotes or something, they get all pissed off or angry and they leave, And I've seen this happen over and over again where people are saying, I'm not getting rewarded, so I'm going to leave. And it's like, that's not the point of Hive, Hive is about getting involved in the community. Hive is about growing a network. Hive is about getting to know people and interacting. And then later the rewards might come as a result of that. But that's not the primary point of being here. And I think we do ourselves an injustice by going to our friends and saying, hey, post to get rewards, because it doesn't work that way. And it's a trap that we've fallen into for a long time on these DPoS chains. So, Hive is basically, to the average person, for me, Hive is about coming and getting involved in a decentralized community that isn't censored. It's censorship proof. There's freedom here. We have freedom. And freedom's painful sometimes. It's dangerous. But that's the kind of thing that I personally would market Hive as. And then later on, you might get an upvote from someone if they like what your work, but it's not the primary reason for being here,
I would just add that if you treat it like anything in life, if you do something in life for the money, it's going to end up being shallow. So, you tell them about the robust communities, about, the freedom of speech, or about, being able to connect in a new, unique way where you actually own your account. And as they're doing their passions, they're going to get rewarded, and they're going to be like, oh, this is really cool. And it's much deeper that way when they come expecting, a great community, and then they're rewarded. It's just like with anything in life, you do your passion, the money's going to come. So, you don't want to flaunt the money. I understand that could be a good marketing strategy if done right, but if it's played out, it actually harms the network. And I think that obviously on, Hive, it's been played out. So I think a new, fresh marketing approach is, come, post your content, tell us about your stories, participate in these initiatives, and, rewards may come, but that's not the main focus.
Another thing about the rewards here, so going back to the Hive community leaders being able to submit a post that will get rewarded, my personal take on this is I prefer to see a lot of blogs where people have spent their own money. They've gone out into the real world, or they've gone out onto the digital world. They've spent money on a campaign to push Hive's name out there, or to improve communities on Hive, or they've put a meetup together and spent their own money. And they've done a great job and put it into a blog, and it's all there. Or they put it into a video, and you can see the highlights of what they did. And then it gets submitted, and if Dan, myself, or State of the Dapps can upvote that to at least compensate some of the expenditures, that's a great way to use Hive, in my opinion. It's not just all about upvoting great content. It's about going and doing great actions in the real world, and then being able to reimburse yourself, because there's a good chance that when that blog gets submitted, you're going to get an upvote for it, and hopefully be able to recover some of the costs that you've put out there.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's like real life proof of work. You go out there and you prove that you put some work towards Hive, and then you get rewarded for it. That's just a synergy that works.
Yeah, what's proof of work on Bitcoin anyway? It's a load of rubbish. Proof of work on Hive. You can actually take photos and videos of it. Okay, next point. We know that this is in place immediately, but Dan and I have talked a lot about an upvote list. We're not sure whether we're going to roll it out yet, and we want people's feedback on it. But the idea is that you guys, as Hive community leaders, will be in a position to submit a list of names that go onto an upvote list, and all of their pieces of content get a very small upvote. Maybe it's 20 cents, maybe it's $1, maybe it's 50 cents, maybe it's $1.50. We don't know exactly yet how it's going to work out. But the idea is that what you're doing is you're saying, look, these are members of my community. They're great people. You know, you have my word as a Hive community leader that these people are exceptional people, and they deserve to get some sort of reward. They're doing work for Hive, and here we can prove it with this blog and this blog. Please put them on the list. And then they go on the upvote list, and their content is continuously upvoted. And the idea is that then we will take a look and do spot checks of the communities that the list of people that you're proposing to us, and check to see, are these people just exploiting the vote and just taking the money off, or are they actually? Is it clear from their work that they are actually doing work to promote Hive, that they're actually taking part in meetups, that they're actually taking part in projects? You know, and if we see that those people, when we do spot checks, when we see that the people you're proposing are actually actively involved in the Hive community, then we'll keep the upvotes there and no problems. You know, it's all good. Obviously, you know, we'll have to rethink how that works if we see that people are submitting names of people who are really good content creators in their eyes, and we find out that they're not doing anything for Hive and they're just taking the money off and selling into the market and kind of laughing at the system, you know. So we're not going to initiate that straight away, but it's certainly something we want people's feedback on. What do you think? Is that a good way to do this? I know it's probably quite controversial on Hive because people are very keen on individual curation of individual pieces of content. And I know a lot of people on Hive go through a lot of efforts to make sure they identify individual pieces of content that they curate. However, at the same time, we also like the idea of using a group of trusted people to tell us that these are the right people. Let's move on that way, kind of thing, you know. So we want to experiment with that idea. Let us know your thoughts. We'll roll that out in the next couple of weeks, I think. If there's some massive objections to it, if people think that's a stupid idea, then you know we won't do it. Fair enough. But if people think it can work and they can be trusted to propose the right names, then we think it could be a good way to go forwards to reward the communities that are involved in the Hive Community Leaders Program. Any thoughts on that, Don?
No, you explained it very well.
All right. So if you want to, you're kind of the expert in this, but I don't know if you want to make a couple of words about how people should tweet and what things they should include in their tweets and what techniques they should use, you know?
Yeah, so for Twitter, hashtags are really big. Going out and finding. So let's say we're doing an initiative. You see a hashtag related to that initiative. Click the hashtag, and you'll see a bunch of content on Twitter related to that. Some have big followers, some don't. It really doesn't matter. It's about, you know, if you land one, you know, I always like to say one person at a time. That one person might be attached to a multi-million person community, but it doesn't matter. If you keep the same approach, you'll eventually get those people, right? You don't want to treat anybody differently. You want to have the same approach that can work on most people. So engagement is king. Like it's one thing just to put out a tweet, put out a few hashtags, but it's another thing to actually have an initiative about a random event, and then you go out and actually engage with people talking about that event, saying, "Hey, look at my work. I wrote about this. What are your thoughts?" That's how you go the extra mile, and that's where you really start to see you'll increase your follower count, you'll increase your views, all of that sort of thing. But Twitter has become very popular right now for people to go as a refuge, right? If someone gets banned on YouTube or something, they go onto Twitter and they start saying, "Oh, I got banned, blah, blah, blah." We can redirect them, raise awareness for Hive in that way as well. So, you know, Twitter is a very powerful weapon if used correctly. I would say hashtags are very relevant. Always kind of, you know, we may give you a standardized thing of hashtags for that event that we think are the best, but you might see one that's saying, "Hey, you know, you might have missed this one. It may not be as popular, but it's more niche. So, you know, you're going to get more quality eyeballs, so to speak." Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. One of the things I've noticed there's obviously this new Parler, whatever people call it, system that's been set up to counter some of the censorship on Twitter as well. I don't think we're going to focus on that just yet, but I think it will become a thing. I think it's probably worth registering your community names over there as well. But certainly, to echo what Dan said, Twitter's become incredibly powerful, and we find we get a lot of reach on Twitter. One of the things that I would say, in my opinion, you don't have to do this, but what I try to do on a daily basis is go onto Twitter on the Hive hashtag and just freaking like everything. Just give it likes. As long as people aren't talking absolute trash on there. Most people are positive on the Hive community, and the tweets are pretty good. I just please go support everyone's work. Go all these other Hivers, go give them upvotes. I see the average Hive post might have about 20 likes at the moment, which is pretty good considering a lot of these people started from nothing when Hive kind of started. But I think if we all start working together and getting our communities involved, you can get the average Hivers post tweet to up to like 50 to 100 likes. Comments, yeah. Rondon's saying comments are much more valuable than others. So actually interacting with the posts, I think that's a little bit more to ask. But certainly, spend 10-15 minutes a day just scrolling through that Hive hashtag. And get the traffic onto that hashtag, because we are so powerful as a community. I mean, we saw it in the takeover of Steam. When we moved to Hive, it was a brutal experience for Justin Sun. I think that power can be harnessed again by constantly interacting with Hive hashtag posts, or like Dan was saying, reaching out to individual people. Because like Dan says, each individual person might have a million person community behind them. So there's going to be people you're going to see that are posting about lack of freedom of speech or censorship, or people that are talking about blockchain, or people that are thinking about social media, or people that are pissed off at YouTube or Facebook. All these types of people that are posting around Twitter and complaining. You have the answer. You have the answer.
And I think a big mistake that people make is only going after big follower accounts, because you got to remember, for every big follower account, they have somebody who's a best friend that has low followers. So you never know who you're interacting with on the other side of that account. So that's why it's good to really be high quality with every person you interact with. Don't just show love to the bigger people and ignore the smaller people. Somebody with one follower, it doesn't matter if they're posting, if they have a need that we can fill, or they can be a part of an initiative, or you see where Hive can bring value to them, or you think you can bring value to them via your community, vice versa. It's a numbers game. 10, like Matt said, 10-15 minutes a day. That it's like a workout, right? Like one workout, you're not going to be buff. But if you set a regimen, if you actually stick to it, you'd be surprised at how big your follower count, how much of an impact just you alone can make on Twitter for Hive.
Yeah, because these entities are obviously hashtag Hive. Please also hashtag 3Speak and hashtag State of the Dapps, because these, especially State of the Dapps, because they are sponsoring this and they are providing some Hive power to support you guys. So you will be earning upvotes from State of the Dapps on this.
And also, before I forget, I just popped in my head, I really want to get with the referral system with Hive on board. I want to make it to where you can prove who you're bringing on, and have contests for communities. Which community onboarded the most this week, this month, and I'll have liquid cash prizes. Right, I always love to do that. We can find a way, get really creative. Maybe the best content creator, we get them a new laptop. Right, you never know. I think that we could have a lot of fun there and make it a competition, a cooperation, right? Because you're working with people who are all stakeholders, who are all on Hive, wanting to see it succeed. So even when you lose, you win. So I want to think of, and this is what we also want to rely on the communities for, right? We want to come up with neat contests, referral contests, any way that you think we could bring value as large stakeholders of Hive to you and your communities. That's what we really want.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so much more to this, really. In terms of the way we can gamify this to reward the best people, because we know there's some great people here. Yeah, we're very lucky that there's some great people here, and some of you guys are going to go above and beyond, and you guys are going to catch a big fish, or you're going to catch a tweet that goes viral. I'm convinced of it. And if those types of things happen, then there's definite there's definitely more than we currently outlined that can be rewarded in many ways, you know. And, I think this is kind of the initial kind of steps on this at the moment, but as we go forwards, we'll certainly expand what the rewards are, especially if we see people performing. I also someone mentioned Son SNON mentioned Dollar Hive. Yeah, Dollar Hive is also a great tag. I mean, I guess you kind of want to focus on the hashtag Hive so that we end up getting that trending. You know, the more traffic we can put on the hashtag, the more likely it is to end up trending. The more people are going to click on it, the more we get spread. But yeah, I mean, Dollar Hive is also one that you can use. I think when we do the coordinated tasks, though, because Dan and other members of the community will come up with some tasks, right? Probably on a weekly basis, we'll say, right, this is what we're going to hit this week. So we're going to try to coordinate on one tag and put a lot of traffic on there, you know, or coordinate on one or two, you know, kind of specific tags. So we'll try our best to coordinate that. And sometimes it might be Dollar Hive, sometimes it might be hashtag Hive. But as far as I can see at the moment, the most active tag is hashtag Hive.
And the reason you want to hit hashtag Hive every time is because, keep in mind, Hive it stands for a lot of different things. So people are plugging in Hive on Twitter for various different things. However, there's not going to be a force like us that are typing in as much Hive hashtags as anyone else. That means Hive, the blockchain, is actually going to dominate that tag. And when that happens, that means every time somebody talks about a beehive and they just put a Hive hashtag, they're actually helping us indirectly, because we've become the dominator of that tag on Twitter. That means anyone that uses that tag is helping us, because what they're talking about is not dominant. So when somebody clicks on that, they're going to see a bunch of stuff about Hive, the blockchain, and very few things about beehives. And that's sort of how you got to think of it. Hive it's pretty cool for marketing in a way that it's a very well-known word. People understand what it means. It's used in hashtags across social media everywhere. However, it doesn't have a dominant branding like we have. So it's sort of a cool way to boost ourselves in the rankings once we strong arm that hashtag. It can be very powerful for us.
Yeah, and you don't have to put hashtag Hive, hashtag 3Speak, hashtag States on every single tweet, right? Look, that's going to just look ridiculous. But just use your heads, you know, like use the context of the conversations you get involved in, use the context of the ideas that you're putting out there, and yeah, just kind of, you know, if we see that you're promoting those ideas, then those tweets will be eligible for upvotes. We have the Twitter Madness campaign for 3Speak that we do, but like Dan says, he'll put some tasks together specifically for Hive community leaders. And we just follow the hashtag using. We'll probably generate a shit ton of traffic. I think we're going to make a lot of noise. It's going to be great. And also, obviously, I don't know how many people got in the room, about 30 or 40 people in the room, but it's going to expand. You know, this thing's going to get much bigger, especially when you guys are bringing your communities in. You're getting involved, you know, as the kind of representative or a leader of a community, or someone who's very heavily involved in the community, and that community's got 20, 30, 40, 100 people behind it. This could be super powerful, super powerful. So please, but the thing I forget to do a lot is please go support other Hivians who are tweeting. You know, that hashtag's amazing, and there's so much positive stuff on there that there's no reason to just pop on there a few minutes every day and just give some likes, give some comments, make one tweet, you know, that's kind of leading in the way the rest of the conversation on Hive's going as well. If you think something's currently popular or trending that's going to have, like, you know, millions of people watching that hashtag, find a way to work that hashtag into your Hive post, you know. Yeah, so that's kind of all I got on the Twitter side of things for now. Is there anything else from you, Don?
No, just try to, if you look at, I'm not saying I'm a Twitter expert at all, but if you just kind of look at the way I do it, try to slide those hashtags in there in the conversation. You don't want to just have, like, you know, your statement and then 10 hashtags underneath that. That doesn't look good. But, you know, if you use the word Hive in what you're talking about, just throw the hashtag on there. Flows in real nice. So, you know, try to stick to 3 hashtags max. Anything beyond that just looks bad.
Yeah. So before the next thing to do is go around the Hive community leaders and just let them introduce themselves briefly. But before we do that, I haven't spoken to Clive about this, but I know Clive's learning a lot about SEO and internet marketing, and certainly will probably be more efficient than I am at it. And I've seen he's done some fantastic YouTube 3Speak videos about 3Speak and marketing 3Speak. And he's also done a lot of work with a new Twitter application on 3Speak and with Hive onboarding. So I don't know if Clive, if you want to jump in on the call and just give people some words of advice and some understanding of the things that you're using. Have you got the ability to do that? Are you brave enough?
Hello. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just listening quietly there. Hi guys, sorry, not spoken to a lot of people here before, and I've only really just been involved the last 2 months. But I'm going to do a video on Twitter marketing. To be fair, I'm going to blow my own trumpet a little bit, to be honest with you, because I know what I'm doing in Twitter. To be fair, but when it comes to impressions in Twitter, what I find is if you can actually upload a video directly to Twitter, you are going to get a massive reach. It's the same as Facebook. If you were uploading a video on Facebook, if this makes sense, Facebook would actually give you more reward for using video content. And I've experimented with this quietly behind the scenes. When I've actually put a link to my blog out on Twitter, doesn't actually get as many impressions as actually uploading a video. So what I do is I upload my MP4 into Twitter, and I will include a link that goes back to a blog that explains how to onboard. What I will be doing, guys, is I will be actually creating what you call capture forms, which allows me to follow up my list. And I am actually building a list of crypto users right now that I'm going to be marketing to via email. And the idea of that is so I can keep remarketing to my list, because a lot of people come in and they find the learning curve absolutely massive, and it puts a lot of people off. And if you can actually have a system where people can be emailed 2 or 3 times a week, encourage them to get involved and give them tips, that's something I'm going to be working on myself. I don't really want to get into a conversation right now, because I probably will say a lot, because I am really, really, really busy, and I'm really passionate about marketing in this campaign. And I've been looking at the Twitter campaign quite a lot. I would disagree with the amount of actual hashtags that you use, because you can actually use up to 10 to 15, but you can actually quite easily research which hashtags are actually getting a lot of traffic just by Googling it. And I do actually, to be fair, think of targeting people that are entertainers and people that use video generally anyway. I always use hashtags like musicians, vloggers, etc. I could go on, but I'll just do a video, and that's just my voice for a little bit. And, I'll update you and maybe just, put out a few marketing tips, which I think will be very helpful. I'm also doing this with watch parties on Facebook. I've started something going off on Instagram as well. So I'll keep you in the know.
That's really appreciated. I'd say Clive's relatively new to the Hive community, but I've noticed that he knows what he's doing with Twitter and the internet marketing side of things. So I think he's got a few pieces of wisdom to share with people, and I look forward to some of the knowledge being shared so that people can take advantage of it as well.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Clive.
Yeah, it's no problem. It's a good opportunity for everybody. So the way I just think about it, and you just want a lot of people that realise if we come together as a community and we actually really push it, it's a benefit for all of us, isn't it? So do you know what I mean? So I'm eager.
Completely agree.
How often do you get a chance with all these, this massive reach of people to help coordinate? It must be a.
Well, yeah, I mean, I did have experience doing this before about 3 years ago, and I gave up on it because the learning curve was really, 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 well, there was other issues why I did give up on it, but I helped a lot of people initially when they first started, and I burnt myself out. But now how I'm just going to approach it now is you'll notice every single video that I do some kind of link that will actually go back to a setup thing. So I'm excited. I'm very good at SEOing, so when videos go out on YouTube in the next couple of weeks, nobody's going to outrank me on YouTube big time. I can guarantee that. But I'll teach a few people, and I'm putting a little marketing team together for my own to come and help me out. I've got a project I will mention, if that's okay, that I'm putting together called Hive's Got Talent. There's somebody else that's going to work with me on that as well. Again, the idea of that is it's going to be really a scouting ground where I'll get a few musicians together to come and help me out. But eventually that will be a 12-week series.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, looking forward to that. Thanks, Clive. Yeah, we'll keep up to date with you, and obviously we appreciate the learning curve's high. You know, and especially for people like me, I'm used to this stuff, so you know, don't worry about it. You know, people will do what they can. People will volunteer. You know, it's all this stuff's all voluntary. People are just going to get voluntarily involved.
Yeah, well, this is why I'm now actually doing all my tutorials on video now. So anybody that's following me, they can just come to set up videos and all that kind of stuff to make it easier for them. So, yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, cool, man. Cool, man. Appreciate you being on the call. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
The other one that I don't think he's in the room, but he's very vocal, is Nathan777. I think we all know him, yeah? You're familiar with Nathan, aren't you, Dan?
Yeah, I know Nathan. Good guy.
Yeah, so he's big on Twitter, you know, he knows what we're doing, and he very much, Nathan Mars, yeah, he appreciates what we're doing. So I think he was gonna try and be in here tonight, but he couldn't make it. I'm sure he'll watch the video in playback. But he's certainly very keen to get involved in this. He's certainly very keen to contribute to it and support it as well. So, you know, we'll keep an eye on him and keep coordinating with him as well. Okay, without any further ado, then we've got 13 community leaders. I don't think they're all in the room, but we'll try and bring a couple of you guys in. So the first one that we got down was Daniel from Router Blockchain. I don't know if you just want to come in for some kind of two or 3 minutes and just introduce yourself and tell us about your community and what you're doing. Are you able to do that? I'll tell you what, I'll put the list in the room so you can see who we're talking about. Daniel, do you want to come online? Daniel Router Blockchain, do you want to come and say hello? Maybe he's just offline for a minute. Next one was BitRocker, but I can't see him in the room. BitRocker's a bit of a Malaysian legend on Hive. He's done lots of good work for Hive in the past. Very bright, smart guy. Got a good community over there. So I look forward to seeing some of the work that he does. Hive Niger, I know, as far as I'm aware, it's a group of African users. Are any of you guys?
Yeah, I'm one of the representatives of Hive Niger. Yeah, we're a community run by a couple of Nigerians, and we're in our community. We're already 104, I think. And in the Discord, we have a Discord channel where we interact with each other, and we're even already planning a meetup by September. You know, that's why it was interesting when you said meetup is also important. We're already planning a meetup, and we actually have weekly initiatives where we encourage people to post about their life. Where we encourage people to post about their lives and different topics that we bring up. And so far, so good. We've been able to make people, especially Nigerians, feel at home on the platform, because a lot of times Nigerians come around here and, you know, things are a little bit different for us because we're not used to it's a different culture, you know. So we try to make the place like home for us, and then we have our little Discord room where we get together, we talk to each other, we explain things about the platform, we talk about, you know, Splinterlands, different things. We generally just try to encourage people to be more active here, and we also have a Twitter, a very active Twitter. We started just like a month ago, and now we're already over 100. And the plan is to just keep growing and keep encouraging people, and of course to meet up and run, you know, like live physical, like promotional campaigns for Hive, you know, through just casual meetups where we just talk with each other and maybe have branded merchandise and stuff like that. So we've been really working hard on it, and you know, we're just excited to be able to contribute to the community in our little way. And there's 5 of us currently. And there's Nonso Rights. You can see him on the room. Nonso Rights is one of us. And then there's Gentle Shade. There's Mr. Kili and Ambelemo. And there's Dante 31. They're all very active members of the community, and they're always willing to support. Dante is even a curator, and he's always promoting Nigerian content to people in Curie, and a lot of our content also gets upvoted, and people feel like a part of the community through our input.
I recognise a few of those names from the old Oracle D days.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I used to be in the old Oracle D.
Yeah, it's good to see you around, man. It's a good thing around Nigeria. We look forward to working with you guys on this.
Yeah, I've been seeing you around. Good work, Baluma, on Twitter.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you.
Can you put your Twitter address in the room? Bellamar, can you put your Twitter address in the room?
I just did it.
All right, nice one. Yeah, let's make sure we follow that.
And here's the link to the Nigerian account.
Yeah, if anyone here wants to post their community Twitter account.
That's the link to the community account as well.
Thank you.
Nice one. All right, I appreciate you on the team. Thanks very much.
Should I put a link to the community as well on Hive?
Yeah, please do. Yeah,
please do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, sorry. That's the community account.
Nice.
And
you got the white background, the green hive.
That's our flag.
That's good. Yeah. You might as well change the Nigerian flag to that right now.
And then that's the link to the community itself.
All right. Thanks, Belemo. I appreciate you being on, man.
Thank you.
Next one was Jose Cabrera. Is he in the room, Jose? Let's have a look. No, he's not, I don't think. Next one was Hive Africa. Anyone from Hive Africa in the room? I think that was a group of people as well.
Yeah, hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Joel. Hey, Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you well, yeah.
Here is representing Hive Africa. So I'm Joe, and I actually created the Hive Africa community and initiated the Hive Africa stuff on Twitter and on Hive too. So doing that, I just looked at it and I was like, in this whole crypto revolution, the whole blockchain stuff, Africa is like a little bit of lagging behind, maybe due to the technological, we're not so advanced. So, and people don't really believe in this movement. They don't really see the goal. So I'm just like, Hive is like a very good tool. See people come around, talk about the culture, talk about the technology, and what they want to bring it. So I just kind of wanted to create a hub for African countries. I wanted to create a hub for people from different places in Africa to come and communicate, about the different countries and about Africa as a whole, and about cryptocurrency itself, about Hive and how Hive can be the change in social media. So that's actually why I started the Hive movement, so the Hive Africa movement. So we've done a little bit of good job. I can also say it's good, not excellent, to be frank. The progress has been a little bit slow. We just have about 16 subscribers now and a Discord channel of about 50 people. So, but we're doing a little bit better on Twitter. We have like 70 followers right now, 74 the last time I checked, actually. So I'm just trying to let people come around and discuss about the culture, discuss about their country. There's a whole lot of things going on in Africa, and there's a whole lot of things people want to talk about. So I just want to create an avenue for Africans to actually come around. So we specified the kind of articles we want to see in our community. We posted that earlier. It's just about trying to extend the genre of articles people can, post on the Hive blockchain and make it centered towards Africa and everything about Africa. So, we just wanted to, a little bit of way to reward them a bit. It's not like trying to make it lucrative. I think Hive is not like a lucrative stuff. It's about something people come to express themselves. So we actually partnered with Project Hope community. It's a kind of multidisciplinary community that they support like a whole lot of content like business, technology, AI. So it was just a way of attracting people because the community has a whole lot of Africans here too. So we partner with them, and our plan is to incorporate other communities. We have Hive Niger, we have Hive Ghana, and they're doing a whole lot of good jobs. And we want to create a hub for them and a kind of general area where people come around to relate.
Yeah.
That is the kind of goal.
It'd be good to see if we can coordinate so we get, because I know Hive Ghana's got a great community, Hive Niger obviously as well, and the African communities out there. I can't remember the names of all of them now, but they've definitely been around for a while. So it'd be great if someone like you as Hive Africa can reach out to them and maybe bring them into the community leaders program as well in some way. So there's a lot to do there in terms of coordinating Africa as well. So I appreciate what you're doing. I just wanted to ask, as far as I remember, your application also had multiple members, right? Applying. So I think Hive Africa had like 3 or 4 main people. Is that correct?
No, just one, just myself right now.
Just yourself,
I've reached out to other people to like join, but I'm yet to get the feedback from them. I'll still ping them more, try to get more people to join and be a part of the team. So, but for now, it's just myself. But we're growing, and I'm sure as we keep growing, we'll get members to join the administrative team and help to push things up.
And what's your current location in Africa?
Nigeria
too, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool stuff.
Yeah, it's good hearing from you, Joel. I've seen the Hive Africa account on Twitter. Just staying consistent. That's all we can ask, and you'll learn a few tricks along the way to grow that community. Stay consistent.
Sure,
doing good.
Sure. Thanks.
All right. Is it okay if we move on to the next one, Joel?
Yeah, you can. I'm done.
All right, nice one. Thanks for speaking up, man. So the next one was Lorenzo Pistolesi. I think it's an Italian name. Is he in here, Lorenzo? I don't see him. No problem. Let's move on to the next one. Enrique89. He's just come back, so I think you can. If you're willing to speak up, you're more than welcome to come in and say hello. He's typing, hi friend. Do you want to speak? He's probably like running around for his microphone or something.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, it's better. Maybe let's move on to the next person and to you when you're ready, Enrique. Web deals. I know he's on the line. Or he was anyway. Let's check to see if he was. Yeah, he's still there. Web deals. Say. Oh, he's muting, unmuting. He's also playing with his mic. Here he is.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, can hear you, man. How you doing?
Okay, so yeah, not too bad. Sorry about that. I'm traveling at the moment, so I'm in the car. That's why. He's just playing up and down.
Don't crash. Don't crash.
Right. So, no, don't worry. I'm slowing down now. So what I want to say? Well, many of you might know me. Probably I've been seen me before and now on Hive since the beginning. So we had a few initiatives. I wanted to say as well that Lorenzo Pistolesi, is Italian, and he did try to be as well a leader. Then we had a conversation, and he said that he will support my nomination. So I don't know if he wants to stay still in the list or not. But anyway, what I decided to do with my Italian guys would be to create something together. So one community leader for a team behind that.
Yeah. Oh, you're going a bit quiet. Web Deals, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you. Yeah. Sorry, you were just talking
Okay,
about,
sorry about that.
one guy with a community behind thing. And you broke up. Maybe type it. Type what you're talking about in the room, and it must be a long tunnel. And type your community address in the room, your Twitter profiles and everything in the room, so we can all follow it. And if you get your signal back, jump in again later. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the Italian community, I know them well. There's some great guys in there. They're very good at working together as a community, and we look forward to having them on board. Enrique.
Little known fact: I am half Italian. Look forward to seeing what you put together, Web Deals.
All good. No bias. No in Italian group bias. Yeah, Dan.
Not at all.
Okay. I'll use translators. Okay, Enrique. Yeah, if you're not confident speaking English, you don't have to speak. It's okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, my friend.
Yo, Enrique. How's it going?
Do you hear me?
Yes, hear you well. Yeah.
Perfect. How, ¿estás allí?
Sí, aquí estoy.
Saludos a toda la comunidad. Estoy muy feliz que, bueno, esté seleccionado como parte de los miembros líderes de esta iniciativa de 3Speak. Y bueno, estoy dispuesto a aportar mis conocimientos a través de la construcción de ideas para llevar a Hive a otro nivel.
Okay, I'm going to translate. Enrique is very happy to be a leader member of the new initiative of 3Speak, and he can support Hive through all his knowledge to reach a new level to attract more people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Enrique.
Okay. Actualmente estoy liderando algunas comunidades en Hive como Voto Venezuela, el proyecto Voto Venezuela. También ayudé en la creación de la comunidad Hive Venezuela y apoyo a la comunidad de 3SP en español.
Right now, I'm leader of the community of Voto Venezuela. He helped to create the Hive Venezuela community, and also is a leader of the 3Speak Spanish community.
Yes, we've seen that around. He's doing a great job.
Repeat.
We've seen it around. It's doing a great job. Es muy buenos trabajos. Muchas gracias.
Que también está haciendo un gran trabajo por todo Hive.
Yeah, I've been following Enrique's work in Venezuela for a long time. Done really, really great work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias, Dan.
So can you tell us a little bit about your community?
Okay, ¿qué les digo sobre la comunidad?
Repíteme que se entrecorta.
¿Qué les digo sobre la comunidad de Voto Venezuela? Oh.
Ok. Voto Venezuela es un proyecto que apuesta al emprendimiento en la blockchain, ayuda a las personas a ver varios tipos de oportunidades que pueden ver en las blockchain a través del emprendimiento. Se les enseña todas las herramientas que se necesitan o la mayoría para desarrollarse como emprendedor en el mundo blockchain, desde aprender a hacer marketing a tomar una fotografía.
Okay. In Moto Venezuela, it's an community where we help and attract new people and teach them all the things that they can have in the blockchain world. We teach them how to use all the abilities that they have and to learn new ones so they can know how to position their content using marketing in a good way and more things through courses.
That's great, man. That's great. I've seen a lot of good work from Enrique, and he comes highly recommended. So it's good to have you on the team.
Yeah, he's a great man. Without Venezuela, a lot of people wouldn't be here.
Bueno, Jauregui, y para terminar, por ahora, quiero aportar en crear un nuevo modelo de pensamiento basado en la web 3.0, donde la comunidad latina pueda empoderarse a través de la blockchain Hive. Esto lo pienso llevar a cabo con diferentes herramientas y aportando en las ideas junto a mis compañeros y a todas las personas que de manera voluntaria están participando en esta iniciativa.
Okay, for finish, Enrique wants to help to build a new way of thinking using the web 3.0 to keep growing and reaching places that we haven't.
That's excellent, man. If Enrique can put his links for his community and his Twitter in the comment section, that'd be great.
Okay, we will. We'll search for the links.
All right, next one. Let's move on to the next person. I just want to say, by the way, in terms of the African communities, the Venezuelan communities, and the Indonesian communities, I think there is massive potential for Hive, and I think these communities will, let's just say, I don't see other blockchains have the ability to reach as many people as Hive can in those countries. There's a massive opportunity here to make that happen. And basically, when every other blockchain gets to those countries, eventually, everyone will already have a Hive account. It's that type of thing that I think we can achieve here with these communities. So certainly the Nigerian, Indian and Venezuelan communities have very high potential to go viral in those countries. So we're very much looking forward to having those types of communities around. Okay. Eddie Espino, is he around? Let's have a look.
Yes, I am here.
There he is. How you doing, man?
Hello, yes, I represent the Hive Mexico community, and we're actually a team. We're a team of 5 people. It is Rich, Fiction, Baicarite, me, Fuerza Hispana, who is also Javier Gama, and me. So we are of all those 5, 4 of us are Mexicans and 1 is Venezuelan. So as a matter of fact, there are not a lot of Mexicans right now on Hive, or there used to be more, but not all of them are active now. But we have a lot of members on our Discord, Hive Mexico Discord, from Venezuela. We have right now a Discord of almost 300 people, because many projects or many Discord servers closed to focus on the Hive Mexico Discord. Like, for example, Alebrijes, who was founded by Rich, closed, and we're focusing on this Discord. And also Núcleo FSI for Ficción and Baicarite, and also Fuerza Hispana, they all closed their servers to focus. And we have been working also with Enrique. We had a meeting the other day with him. So we welcome all the Latin American community. We also have people from Colombia, from Argentina, from Peru, and from other places. And our purpose is to help people to onboard them. We are also giving delegations to people that are new to Hive, because as we know, if they are brand new and they have 0 HP, they have limited transactions on the blockchain. So we are helping them with HP delegations from 15, 25, or even 100 HP from our accounts, from the account of Hive Mexico. We are also making curation. Baikarite is the person. Baikarite is the person in charge of the curation, and we're also making a lot of contests where we are giving liquid Hive as prizes. We're starting little by little, and the person behind the contest is Fuerza Hispana.
That's excellent. That's really excellent because those types of running those types of small competitions really, first of all, is a good example to the other communities. They can learn a lot from that, I think. And secondly, it's a great way to get participation with people and things like this. So if you guys are already doing that type of thing, that's very, very useful.
Yes, I was also I was helping lead another community called Repollo, that the founder is a little inactive right now, but he right now transfer all his team to Hive. I helped him convert the team to Hive, and we powered it up to help the curation of Hive Mexico be bigger. So that we're doing that also to concentrate all the forces in the same place.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's good. It's also good to see a Mexican community as well. I know Dan.
Yeah, I've worked with Eddie. Worked with Eddie. Really great guy. Really consistent, and yeah, I do live in Mexico, so it's really appreciate that someone stepped up to be a community leader for Mexico. It's definitely a wonderful place, lots of people, and I think it's a perfect fit for Hive. So
now you got 6 guys on the team now.
Yes, of course. Dan is also a great guy, and Mexico has a lot of potential. There's a lot of people that is involved in the crypto world, but many of them do not know about Hive, or maybe some of them have a bad impression because of what we were saying earlier, that it was only post to earn. So I want to take that mission to change their mind, and I'll be speaking on the 23 on a program called Blockchain Land, where we'll be speaking about how to monetize in social media with cryptocurrency. So, and one of the guys is the founder of Bitso. One of the founders or one of the team of Bitso, which is the biggest crypto exchange in Mexico. And he has a Hive account, but he uses quite casually. He's not very, I don't know, dedicated.
He's not dedicated enough yet until he meets the Mexican Hive community, and then he's That's cool. That's cool, man. It's really, really good to hear you. I've heard a lot of good things about you as well. So looking forward to working with you. Yeah, I just had an idea, but I've forgotten what it was. But that's okay. It's great to hear that you're reaching out to the communities nearby as well. This whole networking thing is going to be incredibly important for Hive. So it's good to have one.
Yeah, I've had a couple of ideas. I had to write them down. They can wait for later, though.
Okay. Please, Eddie, please post your community links in the room so we can follow.
Yes, I'm on it. I'm gathering up the links.
No problem. All right. We'll look forward to seeing it. Thank you. Next one is Ola Samuel. Is he there? Was she there? Yes.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Yeah, good, man. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm fine. How about you?
I'm feeling energized after this call. It's very good.
That's great. That's good to hear. I'm Ola Samuel. 2 months ago, I was on a WhatsApp group, and some of my members on that WhatsApp group were asking for help on how to leverage, how to go about using the Hive platform, how to post articles and then how to get their way around it. So I decided that I should, since there were much, I decided to create a WhatsApp group for them to teach and educate all of them about Hive. And then I hosted that class that particular night, and then about 50 people joined the class. And the next day, more people kept joining. We have over 100 people joining the class. Then I had to host another class the next day again. So one of the members decided, asked me some questions that how about we make this a community on Hive whereby we get to educate and then promote Hive to the masses. So that was how we came about Hive Bootcamp Hub. So I'm the founder of Hive Bootcamp Hub. And then what we do there is that we onboard new members to the Hive blockchain, and then we also educate them about Hive and help to promote Hive to the masses at large. And then since we started, we've been able to bring in quite a number of people. Yeah, and right now we have about 200 members. We have about 100 on Discord and we have about 150 on WhatsApp. And the reason we have to keep up with the WhatsApp thing is most people find it difficult to find their way around Discord. So we have to make it very simple at first. So when they join WhatsApp, we try to maneuver them to Discord at the time at some point in time. So what we do is we organize a tutorial class on different topics about Hive, how Hive is created, how to create a quality content on Hive, and then how to promote Hive on Twitter, how to teach them about the Hive tribe, and then how to buy and sell Hive tokens on exchanges. So we host a class every week, every Saturdays mostly, almost sometimes Sundays. And then right now we've hosted about 4 tutorials, live tutorials, and since we started. And then after the tutorial is done, we give our lecture notes about it, about what the tutorial is all about. And right now we also have the video section whereby we upload some important things like how to create an account on Hive, how to change their passwords and stuff, how to input their profile pictures and some important things that they need to know in a video. And we upload it into 3Speak and then put it up on a Hive server for new members to be able to access them anytime they join the community. And then we've had to have a partnership deal with Airhawk Exchange. It's a native exchange. So we representative from there help to teach our members about the exchanges and how to find their way about exchanges, and then that's the essence of the partnership deal. And since we started also, we've helped with delegating about up to 180 HP to new members for them to get started because most of them do have issues with resource credits to post on Hive. So we help delegate some HP for them to get started through that. And then it's been a good one for us since we started. And we have a team of about 8 members right now. I'm the founder, and we have to educate some people that educate us, and the likes of Michiruki, the likes of Michiru, and the likes of Mengene. And that's all about it.
That sounds amazing. It's like a full education course on Hive. I think there's many things that I also need to learn from you as well. By the sounds of it, there's a good complete course there. Maybe also after Clive Martin has given some of his wisdom, maybe there's a way for you to include some of that or some of those lessons into your into the course you're putting together for your community as well.
All right.
So could I just ask whereabouts?
Osama. That was really great to hear. I look forward to the work you're going to do.
Yeah,
All
me
right.
too. Me too. Could I just ask before you go, whereabouts are you based?
I'm based in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's great. So yeah, great to have you on board. Look forward to working with you. Sounds like you guys have got a good comprehensive program there, and hopefully you can help a lot of people. Okay, thanks. Ola, is there anything else you want to say before we move on?
No, nothing really. Thank you very much.
Just make sure that your links to your community Twitter, your community's Twitter are in the room, and then we can follow you.
Yeah, so I'll do that right away. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, next community leader is Emmy, and I know that she's from Venezuela because I've seen her all over 3Speak. So it's a pleasure to have you here. How are you doing, Emmy?
Emmy is going to communicate to you through a translator.
No problem. Mucho gusto, Emmy. How you doing?
Hello, Emmy. Please let me Emmy speak. Uh-oh. Let's wait for Emmy.
No problem.
Emmy, están esperando por ti en Discord.
It's okay. We can go to the next person and then we can come back when she's ready. Okay? Okay, let's move on from Enemy at the moment if she's not ready. Let's go to Aika Brago.
¿Me oyen?
Enemy is here.
Okay, I can speak through them.
Okay.
Okay.
Basically,
Hola, soy Eumani. Mi usuario es Amy, estoy en Venezuela y estoy muy feliz y orgullosa de pertenecer a este equipo.
Hi, my name is Amy. I'm from Venezuela, and I'm really very proud to be part of this team.
Soy cofundadora de Ruta Blockchain con Daniel B., un proyecto de educación y promoción de la tecnología blockchain.
I'm a co-founder of Ruta Blockchain, and basically it is a project of education to encourage the usage of Hive and cryptocurrencies.
Nos apoyamos en Hive para hacer este trabajo porque es una forma fácil de enseñar estos conceptos.
We support through Hive because it's a very easy way to support those concepts.
La blockchain es una tecnología que nos ayuda en muchos espacios y nos otorga libertad y responsabilidad propia.
This blockchain helps us in various spaces and give us not only freedom but also the way to communicate.
Mi visión en Hive es promocionar su adopción y que se haga parte de nuestra vida cotidiana en todo el mundo.
Our mission through Hive is to encourage the usage of cryptocurrencies and to make it part of everything in our daily life.
En los últimos meses, junto con el equipo de Ruta Blockchain, hemos incorporado muchos nuevos usuarios que han demostrado traer buen contenido a la plataforma.
This late month, we have encouraged and we have bring new users who have brought good content to the platform.
Usuarios que nos han manifestado cambios positivos en su vida con la monetización de su contenido.
These users have told us that their lives have several significant changes through the uses of Hive.
Gracias a esa adopción de nuevos usuarios, realizo tutoriales de las diferentes herramientas que hay en Hive.
Thanks to this motivation and the feedback that we have received through these new users, we have been creating new tutorials, trying to teach them the usage of all the aspects of the platform.
Gracias a estos tutoriales, los usuarios aprenden más rápido en qué consiste Hive y cómo manipular la plataforma.
Thanks to these tutorials, we can teach these new users about the usage of the platform and make it easy.
Continuamos desarrollando iniciativas para mayor adopción desde Ruta Blockchain.
We continue supporting new initiatives for new adoption through Ruta Blockchain.
Gracias por esta oportunidad y mi objetivo siempre será aportar a la comunidad de Hive para seguir creciendo en los diferentes espacios.
Thanks for this opportunity, and my objective will always be continue supporting Hive in the different spaces that we have. Thank you so much.
Gracias.
Mucho gusto.
Oh, gracias.
It's very good to have you here, Enmi, and appreciate your energy and your openness and the work that you've done on Hive and before Steam for many years already. So it's good to have you here. I don't know if Dan, you want to say some things?
Yeah, Envy's doing a really great job, including putting together AMAs with witnesses, and I was a part of one recently. I've been watching them for a while, though. They're really doing really great work.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to say, Enmi, before we move on to the next person? ¿Quieres dice cualcos otros? Excúsame español. I think she's done. Okay. We move on to the next one. One before last is Aqua Brago. Aqua Brago, I see him or her in the room, but I'm not sure they're hearing. Okay, for now, let's skip Aqua Brago and let's go to Rolly. I saw Rolly in the room earlier, yeah. Rolly 1212. He's a manager of Crypto Brewmeister, which is a great little project that's being launched at the moment. Also quiet. Okay, no problem. Is there anyone that we missed? Daniel, did we get you earlier from Ruta Blockchain? I see you've been active since so.
Hola.
Hey, how's it going?
Eso me ayuda.
I need some translation help as well, yeah?
Yes, I'm here.
Hola a todos. Estoy sumamente agradecido por esta oportunidad y es un honor para mí pertenecer a este grupo que aporta tanto a la plataforma de Hive.
Thanks for the opportunity, and I'm really proud to belong to this group that supports so much the platform.
Cool stuff.
Llevo casi 3 años promocionando esta tecnología. Desde que la conocí, me parece lo mejor que hay en blockchain a poder conectar con la gente común que pueda tener mayor libertad.
We have been like 3 years trying to connect more people and new users to this platform, and I think it's a really great platform to connect people.
Desde esa época, junto con Emmy, hemos traído muchas personas para la plataforma. Principalmente en aquella oportunidad usamos la herramienta de Facebook, los grupos en Facebook, para traer personas a esta plataforma.
Mainly working together with Emmy, we have brought first new users using Facebook, those Facebook groups in which posting, trying to engage more people and bring them to this platform.
Ahora estamos usando otras herramientas como son los chats en WhatsApp, donde hablamos de la tecnología blockchain, y hacemos otras cursos donde los llevamos a Hive.
I think we lost the translator. Lost it?
¿Me escuchan?
Ah,
Sorry, do you hear me?
yes, hear you well. Yeah, now I think maybe.
Okay. Now we are working through WhatsApp groups in which we try to talk to people about the blockchain and cryptocurrencies.
That's
Me
excellent.
especializo en marca personal, diseñador gráfico, y doy cursos a las personas sobre cómo monetizar sus talentos a través de su marca personal. Como principal fuente, utilizo Hive.
I am currently giving courses about different topics such as graphic design and also to teach people how to promote their personal trademarks. And I give it through WhatsApp, and I mainly try to motivate them to use Hive.
Nuestra principal misión en Ruta Blockchain es de educar a las personas sobre la tecnología blockchain. Hive es la mejor herramienta.
My main purpose to Ruta Blockchain is to teach people how to use this tool.
Hive es la mejor herramienta para esto, para que personas comunes puedan entender esta tecnología.
And the main purpose is that common people can understand how to use this technology.
Nuestro principal propósito es de promoción y educación. Promocionamos a muchas comunidades dentro de Hive y promocionamos también el uso de otras dApps.
Our main purpose is to promote not only our community but also other communities and initiatives, because our main purpose is that to promote and to teach.
Eso, constantemente estamos invitando líderes de comunidades a nuestro Discord para que todos lo conozcan.
For that reason, we are constantly inviting leaders of other communities through our Discord channel so everyone can know about them.
No somos celosos con los usuarios que traemos a Hive, sino más bien le enseñamos que puedan ir a otras comunidades, compartir, hacer vida y a crear contenido.
We are not jealous or try to control our new users, because we want to motivate them that not only keep being our users, but also go to other communities and find new ways or try to engage to other communities in which they can feel comfortable.
Seguimos creando nuevas estrategias para atraer más y más personas. Gracias por esta oportunidad. Encantado de pertenecer a este grupo. Saludos, chicos.
And we are constantly creating new strategies to try to bring new users to Hive. And to finish, we want to thank you so much for this great opportunity to belong to this great group. Thank you so much.
Gracias. So I just wanted to say, one of my favorite things I ever saw on Steam when Hive was Steam before was like 2 years ago or something. Ruta Blockchain was going to shops and they were sticking the Steam logo and saying Steam accepted here, and they were teaching the shops about how to use Steam, how to accept Steam. I think this type of initiative is excellent, and I remember this very clearly, it really, you guys did a really great job of it. ¿Entiendes?
Yeah, Daniel does really great work with the blockchain. I see them everywhere, even back from the Steam days. So.
Yeah, good to have on board. Okay, I'm going to try the last couple of people. Mucho gustos, Ruta Blockchain, Daniel. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Aquabrago, you still there? Whoever jumps on first from Aquabrago and Roli. You guys are still there? If you're not, it's okay. Roli's from the Ukraine, so he's going to be one of our main guys in the Ukraine. Doing a great job there. Very, very smart guy. They've got a great project, which is this Crypto Brewmeister project, which I think most of you are familiar with. But it's basically a game where you can actually brew your own methods and styles and ingredients for brewing your own beer. And then they have a marketplace where you can sell it to market, as far as I understand it. So it's a really cool game being built on Hive. So it's good to have him around. And then the last one was, trying to think, Jose Cabrera. Is he in the room? I think he wasn't. No, he's not in the room. Web Deals, is your connection working? Web Deals? Okay.
Let's have a look. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So, sorry about that. But my internet was good at some point, but then not really good then. So what I'm saying, the Italian community used to be very big before, when clearly Steemit and Hive was on $1 and more. So then it stopped being, getting smaller and smaller. But we have been talking to different people. So what we did was we engaged few people like entrepreneur, trying to have them a way that they can bring more people. So we have Feather Socks, that is one of my team that will actually start doing engaging people and trying to catch them from YouTube. He has been a YouTuber. We're having more than 5,000 subscribers, So that would be the first thing. Then I discussed already with another guy, that is Tiziano Tridico, that is another YouTuber. So I'm trying to engage more people I can. So the idea for now would be we are building a website where we will bring all posts that are being there. They can just go there, and then there will be a link or a post or anything that will be connected to Hive. So that would be the first thing. The second thing that we were doing was actually we were planning to do a token connected to the Hive blockchain and the Hive Italia. So what actually we were trying to do was to give more work in this way. So the token will work like the one is working for Eastin. So the more active people will get some kind of reward that will be in token, and then they can use the token as they want. So it would be a not purchasable token, but would be a token actually you just can get if you are active on Hive. So in this way, it would be like an incentivization of having people engaging and writing and commenting and etc. So more people should be interested in that. Lorenzo Pistolesi, that we mentioned before, is an active user that mainly is talking about music. So I did ask him to curate the part about music. So he will be active on his YouTube channel, and then he will bring more people in here, and he will be in charge for the he will be in charge for the music events and etc. We will start running. Then mainly what we will do is actually this. So we'll try to be more active as possible, bringing more people. We have a page on Facebook that will be a way where we will go and publish the best posts that the Italian channel or the Italian community has been publishing on daily basis. And clearly, Twitter would be another way. We were talking about Pinterest, and we were talking about, well, fun enough, we're also talking about TikTok. That you might be a very crazy platform, but at the same time, it's a platform that has huge amounts of people. So if we can get people also on TikTok, it will be quite easy to bring them on board. We might have a huge number of people getting through TikTok. So we have a list of channels that we are developing. Clearly, I won't be able now to write down anything. I'm still driving and I need another hour plus. But I will do later on. Is that okay for you?
Yeah, no problem, man.
And I will be I'm very honored to to be part of the Italian channel. So I'm based in UK, but I regularly travel to Italy because I'm Italian. So yeah, so that's okay. Another thing is probably it's not really relevant, but I would like to know how Dan's mom is doing. That's nobody was talking about that, so I wanted to know if it was okay or not. And that's it for me.
Thanks for asking. We actually put her on hospice yesterday, but she's in good spirits. So, thanks for asking.
You're welcome, and good luck.
Thank you, and looking forward to seeing what you do.
Yeah, just a few of the things that you said there, Web Deals, made me think of a couple of things on 3Speak that I think most people should be aware of. Dan and I will do a live stream about 3Speak in the very near future. So we'll have more details about this there. But basically, there's two things that you mentioned. One was TikTok. I think marketing on TikTok is a great idea. I personally don't use TikTok, but if people already use it, you might, I think there's a great chance for traffic on there. I'm sure there's some paid options as well that you can do, and by paying for things on these apps and becoming successful with your marketing campaigns on there, then I'm sure that we'll be able to reimburse by upvotes if the content's good that gets posted to Hive to document it. On 3Speak, we have something called we have a community called 3 Shorts, which is for short form content. Any videos that are less than 1 minute can go on 3 Shorts, and we are taking a look at that on a regular basis and upvoting people. It's not quite as user friendly as TikTok, but the idea is it's for short form content on Hive. And the other thing was, you mentioned several creators there that have got a number of followers on YouTube. One of the things that we're trying to set, it's set up already and it's working quite smoothly now on 3Speak. But what happens is if a content creator comes to 3Speak from somewhere else and they start posting to 3Speak and they bring their community to 3Speak to post, to view, and they get a number of views on the 3Speak videos and comments and various other things, but it's mostly views, then they will end up in the leaderboard on the 3Speak website. So there's like a top 30 we have on 3Speak. And every month, for one day of the month, the top 30 in the leaderboard on 3Speak, they get an upvote. They get control of the 3Speak upvote, which is like 1.3 million Steam or something, 1.4 million Steam, I can't remember now. And they're able to distribute an upvote to their commenters. So basically, the idea is that if there is a YouTuber that has a following and they bring them to 3Speak, they will do well on the leaderboard, and then they can start running competitions on 3Speak to get people to comment. And then on the day of their month where they get the upvote, if they're in the leaderboard, they're able to distribute something like, I think, a maximum of $4 per comment, maybe $2 per comment sometimes, to like 10 or 15 comments, so they can start running competitions and rewarding people with Hive inflation without spending any of their own money, So I think this is a very interesting use of this technology and hopefully a way to get content creators to bring their communities to 3Speak and to Hive to be able to distribute monetary rewards from the Hive inflation to their communities that make useful comments.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, clearly, they have their channel there. So I already have discussed with a couple of them that have got. Well, one has got more than 10,000 users, followers. Another one has or subscribers, I should say. Another one has 5K. So I already discussed with them. Fedesox is the one that is quite active on Hive, and he is planning to actually start using again 3Speak video. So he might be migrating on 3Speak, as we said. So yeah, definitely I will consider all those options. Thank you.
Awesome. Good on board anyway, man. Molto piacere. Always.
Piacere mio.
Okay, so I'm going to ask one time for Rowley if he's there, if he's listening. If not, I think we need to put this up soon. We're on now 40 minutes for the call. I want to ask you, if there's anyone else, let's use the last 10 or 15 minutes to just ask if anyone else wants to come on, talk about Hive marketing, talk about Hive communities, Hive community leadership. Is there anyone that wants to add anything? Feel free to come on now and unmute yourself and just come and say a couple of things. If there's no one, then we can start to draw this to a close. Dan, have you got anything to say?
I think it was a really great meeting. We can all digest it for a little bit. I think it would be good maybe to run these, bi-weekly, weekly, monthly, whatever fits. But to stay coordinated, I think that would be good. But I appreciate everybody coming out. And feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.
Yeah, same for me. I think we've got some momentum now. We've got a basis to start from. I will publish the list of the dates that you can submit for upvote and some instructions about that. So stay tuned to the room in the next couple of days for that information. And let's, like Dan said, let's keep these meetings fairly regular. I don't want to make it too intense, so it's like every week we're meeting, but maybe once every 2 weeks, maybe once a month, maybe in times where we're running a big campaign, we meet once a week or something. I also think this is going to grow. I think that there's going to be several more people in the room in future. I look forward to you guys starting to bring your communities into this as well, so that obviously this information you've got now is the new information. But as you start sharing this with your communities, there's going to be more and more people involved. And I think that the Twitter side of things could really blow up if we do this properly. So I think there's a great opportunity there for Hive and for 3Speak, State of the Dapps, and all of your guys' communities as well. Could be fantastic. And please, I want to reiterate, go on the Hive tag. Go take part in the content on the Hive tag on Twitter. There's a great opportunity there for us all, and I see lots of Hive comments with only a couple of upvotes and likes. I think there's a chance for them to have 15, 20, 30, 50, 100 upvotes on a regular basis. So let's try and make that happen. Let me just quickly read through the last couple of comments in case there's some questions. Clive says there's lots of ways to promote. I suggest if anyone knows different techniques, just take action and go do it. Then bring some tutorial videos. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to learn a lot of different things here. I think people learn from you, Clive. I think you'll see things that other people are doing, and we'll be able to all kind of implement those into our little marketing methods. Musical jingles. Yeah, music is our passion. Eulogies. Looking forward to that. What else we got here? Dex Spartacus. I see Dex Spartacus is always kicking ass on Twitter. I appreciate the work you do, man. He says, I can't speak now, but I have a Twitter account of my former metal band with 9,500 followers. Real ones, not fakes. I want to use it for Hive promotion now. My ideal is to promote music, articles, and videos. Better if about metal music. All followers are metalheads. I think there's a lot of metalheads in this community, Dex Spartacus. I know, have you spoke to Crimson Clad? She's a big metalhead. If you have other ideas, let me know. Yeah, Dex Spartacus is a badass on Twitter. Please like his posts. He's always tweeting about Hive. Clive Martin again says, I have a project I'm looking for people to help with called Hive's Got Talent. Yeah, Hive's Got Talent. Check that out. Sounds very, very interesting. Sounds similar to something that what was his name? The devil. What was his name? Lucifer. Lucifer was doing something similar on Steam. I don't know if he's doing that on Hive anymore. I haven't heard of it back for a while, but he was certainly active in that. It wasn't Hive's Got Talent. I can't remember the name of it now. Maybe a few people can post, but there's probably some information there for you to go take a look at. Clive Martin. What else we got? Some people are very happy. Enemy's very happy. Enemy's always happy though, so that's all good. Show them if they have passion, monetize it. Yeah, if you have a passion, this is a way to monetize it, potentially. Although I want to reiterate, it's not all about the money. It's about building community, and sometimes you'll get an upvote. But you should consider that as a bonus. Daniel says it's the beginning of something great. I hope so. I think that Hive's definitely in a position here. Sometimes you go on the Twitter pages and it's just active, man. There's so many people from Hive commenting and posting on Twitter. It's definitely building. There's definitely something building, and I think this type of initiative will only add to that. So I'm looking forward to seeing the results. Okay, I'm going to stop reading the comments. I don't think there's any other questions as such. Please make sure, if you're a Hive community leader, please make sure your community links are posted in the room here so other people can go follow them. Please make sure your Twitter links are posted in the room so we can go follow them and give them some good Twitter love and some traffic. Yeah, so that's all I've got really. I'm going to close out here. Is there any last words from you, Dan?
That's about it. Cheers, everyone.
All right. Thank you all. Okay, the recording's off now. All right, I'm gonna scoot from the room. It's great having you all here. Thank you very much. We'll speak to you in the near future, and I'll put out the information for how the upvoting system is going to work in the near future. Thank you all for your time. Speak to you soon. Hive on.